Mailbox compromise rarely ends at login. Attackers create forwarding rules, hide activity, and move data through trusted mail flows. In this module, we'll harden Exchange Online so collaboration stays productive, monitored, and much harder to abuse. Across the course, we've built security in layers: zero trust identity, threat protection, data governance, endpoint controls, and safer collaboration. Now we apply those controls to Exchange Online, where mailbox access, forwarding, inbox rules, auditing, and mail flow can quietly create risk. This prepares us for final validation and operational hardening. Exchange Online hardening is broader than blocking malicious email. A mailbox can hold contracts, credentials, financial conversations, and relationship history. Once an attacker has access, abuse may be quiet, adding delegates, creating forwarding rules, registering OAuth apps, changing inbox rules, or routing mail externally. The threat model must cover the full life cycle: prevent compromise, detect suspicious changes, investigate mailbox activity, and respond quickly. Zero trust is the anchor. Verify every access, reduce privileges, monitor continuously, and assume breach. Think of Exchange Online hardening as a coordinated operating model, not a single admin task. The Exchange Admin Center handles core mail settings such as domains, permissions, mail flow, and transport rules. Purview adds the compliance and audit view, helping you understand what happened and what data may be affected. Defender XDR connects mailbox signals to identity, endpoint, email, and cloud app activity. PowerShell ties it together by checking settings at scale, detecting drift, and enforcing repeatable baselines. Strong security comes from using these planes together consistently. Mailbox auditing is the evidence trail for activity inside a mailbox. It should capture the events that answer investigation questions: who logged in, what messages were opened or deleted, who sent mail as someone else, and who changed permissions. Coverage should include mailbox owners, delegates, and administrators, because abuse can come through any of those paths. Align retention with Purview audit, e-discovery, and investigation timelines. The key point is simple. Mailbox audit logs are not just compliance records. They are a core detection source. That audit data becomes valuable when it is part of an investigation chain. Start with the alert or user report, then search Purview for mailbox operations such as permission changes, forwarding updates, delegate access, send as activity, deletions, or inbox rule creation. Compare those events with Entra sign-in risk, conditional access failures, Defender alerts, and endpoint telemetry. The goal is to separate normal administration from suspicious behavior, such as access at odd hours after a risky login. Once the story is clear, preserve exports and evidence before remediation or legal review. Mailbox delegation is useful, but it needs tight governance. Full access lets someone open and manage another mailbox. Send as can make messages appear to come directly from that user. Both are high-risk permissions. Send on behalf is more transparent, but still needs approval. The common failure is stale access. Permissions granted for a temporary need, then never removed. Treat delegation changes as important administrative events. Require business justification, avoid permanent grants, and recertify access regularly, so every delegated permission still matches least privilege. Shared mailboxes can feel like simple team tools, but attackers see them as trusted identities. Picture a finance mailbox used for invoices. If several people know one password, you cannot prove who sent a fraudulent payment request. Use delegated access tied to named accounts instead. Review membership often, especially after role changes or terminations. Watch for abnormal sending, new forwarding rules, mass deletion, or messages to unfamiliar external domains. And remember, controls follow the user. Conditional access, MFA, device compliance, and sign-in risk should apply to every person who opens that mailbox. After a mailbox is compromised, the attacker may not need to log in again. A hidden forwarding path can copy every useful message to an outside account. That path might be a mailbox forwarding setting, an inbox rule, a transport rule, or even client-side behavior. To the user, mail still appears normal, so the leak can continue quietly for weeks. Defense has two parts: prevent risky external forwarding wherever possible, and continuously monitor for new or unusual forwarding rules, especially to personal domains or unfamiliar destinations. Treat external forwarding as a controlled exception, not a user preference. Start by validating what exists: mailbox forwarding addresses, inbox rules that redirect mail, and remote domain settings that allow auto-forwarding. Then restrict forwarding broadly at the organization or remote domain level. Any remaining exceptions should have business approval, a named owner, and compensating controls. Finally, monitor for change. A new forwarding rule after a risky sign-in or impossible travel event should be investigated immediately. Inbox rules are another common way attackers stay invisible and keep collecting value. Hunt for rules that forward or redirect mail outside the organization, delete messages, mark alerts as read, or move items into obscure folders. Pay special attention to keywords like password, invoice, wire, MFA, security, or alert. Timing matters as well. Rule creation shortly after suspicious sign-in activity is strong evidence. When you find one, remove the rule, reset credentials, revoke sessions and tokens, and review MFA and conditional access. Treat the rule itself as incident evidence, not just cleanup. Transport rules sit directly in the mail flow path, which makes them powerful policy controls. Messages can be evaluated against conditions such as sender, recipient, domain, sensitivity label, headers, or content patterns. When a match occurs, Exchange can route, block, redirect, add a disclaimer, require moderation, trigger encryption, or notify compliance teams. Precision is critical. A broad rule can interrupt normal business or create unexpected loopholes. Treat these rules like production controls. Document the owner and purpose, test before rollout, review audit results, and use change control for updates. Those same transport rules can also make protection decisions as mail moves through Exchange Online. An external message with a confidential label can trigger Microsoft Purview message encryption. A partner domain can route through an approved connector. A missing trusted header can be tagged, rejected, journaled, or sent for review. Disclaimers and banners should be used selectively, because too many warnings become background noise. The goal is to turn sensitivity, recipients, headers, and content into consistent actions before mail reaches its destination. Hardening becomes reliable when it turns into an operating cycle. Start by baselining the expected controls, then validate that mailbox auditing, delegation, forwarding restrictions, inbox rule detection, and transport rules behave as intended. From there, monitor continuously for drift using scheduled reviews, automated reports, and Defender XDR alerts. When something looks suspicious, the team should follow a runbook, not improvise. That means clear steps for mailbox compromise, unexpected forwarding, malicious rules, and mail flow mistakes. Finally, feed lessons learned back into the baseline. The core lesson is defense in depth for Exchange Online. Control who can access mailboxes, especially delegated and shared permissions. Turn auditing into an active detection capability, including forwarding and inbox rule review. Use transport rules to protect sensitive data in motion. Finally, validate the posture, document exceptions, and make governance an ongoing operational habit.